Now the time has come to listen to our worthy guest speakers. In this series, at first, I am calling upon Shri Kartik Vyas on the stage. I would request my co-host Avneet to introduce Shri Kartik Vyas to the audience.
Mr. Kartik Vyas's versatile career as a professional in management, personal and spiritual development has encompassed a wide range of subjects in the field of yoga. Human potential development, communication skills, and people skills. He specializes in training interventions which help participants to communicate better, manage people and work relationships more skillfully, develop a positive attitude, and reach their true potential. Kartik Vyas has trained over 47,000 people of more than 14 nationalities over the last 27 years of his training career. Participants find Mr. Kartik Vyas an inspirational motivational speaker and a practical trainer. Kartik Vyas is a senior teaching faculty, training teachers and trainers at the 94-year-old the Yoga Institute, Mumbai. He has the privilege of being initiated into yoga by Dr. Jaidev Yogendra, the president of the Yoga Institute. His clients have included Fortune 500 companies, multinationals, large corporate houses, and organizations. Mr. Kartik Vyas is the director of Potentials Unlimited, which provides consultancy and training solutions to corporate houses and individuals to become more productive, perform better, and be truly successful. Please welcome Kartik Vyas with a big round of applause.
Distinguished dignitaries present over here, members of the Ujjain Yogalife Society, and friends. A merchant had 4 wives. There was one wife who he spent most of his time with, loved her the most. There was a second wife. He took great care of her, protecting her, ensuring that no harm falls on her. He had a third wife. This third wife was very intelligent, took care of his work, took care of his home, organized his life, and maintained balance. And he had a fourth wife, whom he completely neglected. Days passed into months, and months passed into years, and years turned into decades. And one fine day, the merchant realized that he has only a few days left on earth. He calls his wives and tells them, "My death is near. Out of all of you, I am sure all of you will come with me beyond death." And he looks at his first wife, with whom he spent maximum time, and asked her, "Won't you come with me beyond death?" This wife looks at him and tells him, "Why should I come with you? Not at all. I'm not going to come with you at all." The merchant was disappointed. The one with whom he spent maximum time flatly refused. With some hope, he looks at his second wife and asks her, So won't you accompany me beyond death? She says, not at all. As soon as you leave, I have already decided that I am going to marry someone else. Shocked, the merchant turns to the third wife. Hoping against hope, he asks her, so will you be the one who will accompany me beyond death? And this wife says, don't you worry, I am going to organize everything for you. Every little detail from the time you leave till the graveyard will be taken care of. You may die in peace, but I won't accompany you. The merchant has lost all hope, forgotten that he has a fourth wife. But then he remembered that he did have a fourth wife. Not expecting anything much from her, he asks her. He looks at her. And this wife looks back into his eyes and tells him, I will accompany you beyond death. Who are these four wives? The first wife with whom we spent maximum time is our own body. We do take care of our body, and we do need to take care of the body because the body is the means of everything. But dust to dust, air to air, fire to fire, that is what's going to happen. The second wife, whom we take so much care, our possessions, our homes, our cars, or any such possessions that we have. As soon as we are gone, they will belong to somebody else. Our third wife, intelligent, the mind. However, this intelligence needs to be trained. But so far and no more is where the mind is going to be. The fourth wife, we neglect completely. We are completely unaware of. We don't give it any importance, is our own consciousness. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, if we need to manage our life in its totality, all these wives do play a role. But we need to also accept that each of their roles is limited. And if we do that, then Patanjali in his Yoga Sutra promises us that if this buddhi of ours becomes sattvic, it will automatically go towards dharma, gyan, vairagya, and aishwarya. If this mind and intelligence and our buddhi is going to be tamasic, it is going to naturally go towards adharma, agyan, rag, and anaishwarya. If we work on ourselves and make it sattvic, then Patanjali tells us, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. And then comes the unfolding of the real consciousness, tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Otherwise, this consciousness remains mixed with all our thoughts and the things that we do with our mind. And this has been the foundation on which the 94-year-old, the oldest organized center of yoga, has based its teachings on. For 94 years, it has striven to give people from all walks of life a direction, to integrate yoga into each and every walk of life, so that every single act that we do is an offering to yoga. And that is where yoga has the power to transform each and every aspect of our life, not forgetting that the highest purpose of life is the unfolding of consciousness. That will happen when we manage in totality our lives. So what ultimately is going to happen are the immortal words of Iqbal, which is one of my favorite lines. Khudi ko kar buland itna. Khudi ko kar buland itna. Khudi ko kar buland itna ke har तदबीर से पहले कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा खुद बंदे से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. And yoga has that power, that shakti. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kartik Vyas, for such an inspirational message. You have truly represented the Yoga Institute, Santacruz, Mumbai.